Hey there, and welcome to my channel, The Paper Bag Investor. Today I want to do a portfolio reveal of all my holdings, stocks that I hold right now and into 2021. And for each stock, I'm going to give you kind of my main points or reasons I own the stock, and also some of the main points or concerns I could see around the stock or things I'm watching for. So let's get into it. And before I go any further, I just want to make absolutely clear, I'm not a personal financial advisor, just a guy with a paper bag on his head who loves investing, thinking about the future. If you love investing, you love thinking about the future, I encourage you, hit that subscribe button down below, follow along, become a better investor with me. And my channel is all about trying to find companies that you really can have a high conviction rate about, a very, very high amount of conviction about, and then invest heavily in those companies. And that's sort of what I want to help you become better at, help myself become better at with this channel, and help show you guys what companies I'm investing in, which ones I'm researching, and why. So again, if that appeals to you, hit that subscribe button, follow along as my channel grows. So the first company I want to talk about, and which is by far the biggest holding in my portfolio, is, drumroll please, Tesla. Tesla's actually own about 90% of my portfolio is into Tesla. Here's why. It's number one, that the world is going to electric vehicles and is going electric in basically every way possible. It's going to be going electric. And Tesla is a leader in battery technology, which is the most important thing in electric vehicles. But also, Tesla is a leader in the infrastructure. Their supercharging network around the world is continuing to grow. And there's no other EV maker that really has a supercharging network that's like this. I really believe Tesla has this battery advantage, has this supercharging network advantage, has this kind of first mover advantage, and that advantage of that battery technology, especially, and that supercharging network infrastructural technology advantage, those are just continuing to grow, those advantages over time. Their improvement rate is better than anyone else. So I think Tesla is going to continue to lead in that EV space. But the other reason why I'm still very bullish on Tesla and haven't diversified my portfolio even after this huge run that they've had is because I really believe that their full self-driving approach will succeed. I don't think in absolutes, I think kind of more in probabilities, but I think they have by far the best chance of actually achieving level 5 full self-driving. Versus I looked at any other automaker out there, and most of them are just partnered with other companies like Mobileye, or there's Google doing the Waymo thing. These other companies that are trying to achieve full self-driving, I just don't think their approach full self-driving, level 5 full self-driving, is really going to work long term, is really going to work in a scalable way. But Tesla's, I think they have a very, very good chance of achieving that. And the value of full self-driving is just insanely valuable. I did one video where I showed some quick napkin math that full self-driving by 2030 could make Tesla worth, just that part of the business, could make Tesla worth maybe like $6,900 a share, kind of in that range. Like, about more than a 10x increase from where it currently is. Just that side of the business, let alone any value they brought just from the automotive side, solar side, battery storage side. I really believe there's just that full self-driving is going to transform the world. And if other automakers don't have that, can't achieve that, then they're really just, say someone like Apple, if they actually make EVs in the next few years, they're really just going to be building a kind of an EV car and trying to compete with Tesla that could be selling their cars, the car themselves, at cost, or even Tesla could even sell their cars at a loss, and then they make all the profit from their full self-driving software. So that's why I'm so bullish on Tesla and very excited about them still. Biggest concerns you'd have for Tesla going forward, biggest concern would be the valuation. It shot up so rapidly, much faster than I expected when I started buying the stock in 2017, 2018. And there's very high expectations baked into the stock. But when I'm looking out 10 years, I'm still very excited about the stock. I think my 2030 predictions are going to be that it could be sort of between $1.5 trillion, if they're really more just an EV company and no one ever gets full self-driving, up to maybe $7 trillion, maybe even more than that, with still room to grow from that if they were to achieve level 5 full self-driving. So that's why, obviously, they're about a $600 billion company now, so that might be kind of a 3x to a 10x plus in the next 10 years they could do. So again, that's why I'm still very excited about them, and there could be other companies that could do better in that time span, but I just have such a high conviction rate around Tesla that I'm willing to put that much of my portfolio still into them. So that was Tesla. The next holding I want to reveal to you guys is Square stock. About 5% of my portfolio is in Square, and the biggest reason I'm excited about Square is their Cash App system. This is really the only thing I really watch for carefully as an investor, is how the Cash App growth is going. If their monthly active users of the Cash App is increasing or not, is continuing to increase at a rapid rate. Because my whole kind of thesis around the Cash App is that we have this problem as human beings that we can send, we can video chat with 100 people from all different parts of the world. But if I want to send you, my friend, $5 for a cup of coffee, I literally have to find cash out of my pocket, which is becoming increasingly difficult in the cashless world that we live in. Just like you should be able, in theory, to be able to send money like as easy as it is to send a text message. Boom, it's there within seconds and the money is sent. And it's whether you want to send 1 penny or you want to send $1,000 or $100,000, it should be that simple. And the problem is that currently banks are so siloed. Each one is kind of in their own system, their own legacy architectural software and system that they have. That to send money back and forth between banks is time consuming and difficult, and there needs to be trust between the transaction and both banks and both sides. So that's why it takes long, why there's no quick and easy solution to send money. But if one company like Square, who really had the vision to really create one banking system, one banking app that could really that could become your only, not just a cash wallet on your phone or digital wallet, but actually your own bank, your own digital bank, that every banking service you needed, and enough people of the population of a country or the world started using that one bank, you could instantly send money back and forth between those users because they're all within that same silo of that same banking infrastructure. If you made that bank compelling enough, you'd reach a certain tipping point where more and more people just wanted to use that bank because it was so convenient to send money back and forth to everyone else they knew within it, everyone else in their network of friends, family, and people they would do business with. And so that's kind of, I think, Jack Dorsey's vision for the Cash App and their kind of long-term goal, what they're trying to create. And so that's what I'm really excited about them. If they could create that, it would be extremely valuable. The biggest risks I see with the Cash App and with Square as an investment is, can they continue to have that growth for the Cash App? Because there's obviously other players, there's lots of other banks, so they really need to convince people to switch to their software. I think at some point they would, if they grew enough, they would reach a tipping point where it just become a network effect, where enough people that have the Cash App, they're using the Cash App, that you need the Cash App. They don't even need to convince you anymore. You just know you need it because other people you know are using it as well. But before you reach that tipping point, you have to be as aggressive as possible, pedal to the metal, trying to get as much growth as possible. And I'm not sure if the leadership of Square truly grasps how aggressive they need to be. I think they get it, but don't know if they really, really get it, that they just need to go all out for that. So that would be my biggest risk, is they don't quite excel, they don't push for growth as hard as they could, and then you just become any other sort of bank that's out there amongst all the other banks and all the other digital wallet service providers that are out there, and then they really would be a very overvalued company in that scenario. And if that happened, I would definitely sell my shares, and I would definitely let you guys know if I was doing that. Third company I want to talk about is Very Good Foods. They're Canadian vegan meats and vegan foods company. I'm excited about this company. Excited for their aggressive growth that they want to achieve. Excited that people I'm not vegan myself, but vegan people as a whole, in general, it seemed, are very excited about the product lineup. And when comparing it to other sort of vegan possible products, really really complement the products themselves and excited about the products. And I'm most excited is that the leadership team there, they want to aggressively grow. They're building a large production facility in Vancouver, and then another one in Vancouver, Canada, and then another one down in California. They're really production constrained at this point. They have a lot more orders, a lot more wholesalers that want to carry their products, but they just they don't have the production. They just have one small facility in Victoria that I visited this fall, and so they're really production constrained that they want to massively grow their production, which gets me very excited about their future. The biggest risks I see with this company is number one, execution. They're going from $5, $6, $7, $8 million kind of annualized sales right now up to hundreds of millions they want to progress to, and that's a huge leap just in execution and making that happen and making the products consistent and excellent every single time. It's very, very difficult to do. And then even if they can grow to hundreds of millions, I'm not vegan. I tried some of the products. They were okay to me. I wouldn't really want to eat them on a regular basis. But I know there's a lot of people that care about vegan meats, care about it for environmental reasons, but also health reasons. And there are people excited about this product and their product lineup, but is their product really good enough to hit the full market at a larger scale and still sell very, very well? So that's a big risk as well for me with Very Good Foods. And Very Good Foods I own about 3% of my portfolio in Very Good Foods. And the last stock that I want to talk about, the fourth stock in my portfolio right now, which is about the last 2% of my portfolio, is Lemonade. Lemonade is an insurance company out of the US. Insurance, as a consumer, I find insurance industry, I've always kind of found, is an awkward product to buy as a customer. It's not overly customer centric because you're never quite sure as a customer, are you buying the right products you need? Are you buying more insurance than you actually need? Are you buying not enough and you're not actually protected for things you want to be protected about? So Lemonade, they're trying to make it very customer focused. They make their policies very, very easy and clear to understand in simple language that really breaks down what you're covered for and what you're not covered for. They're using digital technology to make the whole sign-up process very, very fast, very, very quick and easy, rather than, there's Geico out there that does 15 minutes, save you 15% or more on your car insurance. Everyone's got to heard that slogan. But Lemonade, they're taking 15 minutes and they're trying to compress that down to 90 seconds of time. You could have your quote done for your insurance. And also when you make a claim, making it super, super easy, basically building this foundation that's built for the age we live in, this digital age that can make it just very, very quick and easy to sign up and also make your claim process. So again, just super, super customer focused with insurance, which I think is really, really rare with insurance. Biggest risks I see for Lemonade is their data advantage, or what they refer to as their data advantage. Lemonade says that because it's this sort of digital, it's built on a digital sort of foundation, they can retrieve more data per person as they're during the sign-up process than, say, a traditional insurance company could. I'm not exactly sure in detail how they create that data advantage. I'm still researching that, trying to find that out, or to see how they could versus other sort of incumbent insurance companies that have decades and even centuries of data good to go upon. So exactly how they create that data advantage, I'm not exactly sure. And to me, that's really the biggest thing in insurance. No matter how easy the sign-up process is, no matter how great you feel that you're supporting a charity, if you don't get your insurance paid out to you, most people are going to pick the insurance that gives them the cheapest rate possible for the same insurance product. Now, it certainly gives Lemonade an advantage if the product is much clearer to the customer, if the customer experience is much better, and if they know they're helping a charity. So it's certainly advantages that if they were kind of equivalent, they would pick Lemonade. Any customer would pick Lemonade. The even bigger factor, I think, for insurance is that ability to accurately model risk based on data, based on more and more data, collecting more and more data, and then accurately model detailed granular risk, and then using that that detailed risk analysis to price or underwrite your insurance appropriately. And I'm still wondering if somehow I clue in that Lemonade really has an advantage in this area, I will be letting you guys know, but I will also be investing quite heavily in Lemonade because I would be very, very excited about that stock. So those are my 4 companies I own right now: Tesla, Square, Very Good Foods, and Lemonade. Tesla I have very, very high conviction about, but the other 3 I don't have the same conviction about, which is why I have a much smaller percentage of them. If any of those the conviction went down, I might sell them. If the conviction my own conviction level went up, I would try and pool more money into those stocks. And I'm also always looking for other opportunities, new opportunities that I can really have a high conviction rate about, and then I'm sort of dabbling and pulling, a few percentage points of my portfolio into companies like that. And again, if there was one that like Lemonade, for example, if I really learned that Lemonade had this underwriting advantage over other insurance companies, I would invest a lot more of my portfolio. I would move into Lemonade. That's kind of my investing philosophy. That's my portfolio for you guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of those 4 companies in the comments down below. If there's a company you think I should be looking into, let me know in the comments down below as well. If you enjoyed this video, you got value out of this, hit that subscribe button, follow along as my channel grows, hit that thumbs up as well, smash the like button. Thank you for watching. Until next time.